Hey everyone, welcome back to another stream. It's been a super long time. I think it's been like 2 months since I've done one of these. So I'm super excited to be back and super excited to be, pushing out content and working on this live cafe again. It should be tons of fun, but how is everyone? I haven't talked to a lot of you in quite a while, so everyone doing all right? Oh, Marshall's here. Let me give him stream mod. There we go. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I put out a video last week, but before that, I don't think I published. So I started school in September, high school, and that's been going really well so far. So that's why I haven't been putting out a ton of videos, just because I've been pretty busy with that. But I'm trying, Christmas break's coming up, so I'm going to try and put out more videos for you guys and do more live streams and be more active on the Discord and stuff, because I think this will be a good time to do it for sure. So to start, today what we're going to be doing, I want to be working on our live cafe a little bit. And last time when we were streaming, we left off with working on our ordering system over here. Now, I think later in the stream I want to come back to this, but for now I actually want to start working on something brand new here. I want to work on a menu system. So I'm sure many of you guys know, with a lot of the cafes on Roblox, what you have is like these menu boards that kind of hover over the counter, or I guess it'd be this way. And then they kind of animate. So it's like you have one screen that has maybe like coffee, another screen with popsicles. You have all the different, menu groups, and they kind of animate through on these boards. So I want to create this today, and maybe a few other things. I have some ideas on a Trello. But if you guys, of course, as always, I will have the Uncopylock game link in the description. So if you'd like to come in and edit this and use everything I use here, you're free to do that. You can use all these assets for whatever you'd like in your game, or you could follow along if you'd like. And yeah, hopefully it should be fun. So I guess the first thing we're going to do, let's just create a part, and I will scale it down. Also, what do you guys think of the new studio updates? Like, Roblox has been pushing out updates. I feel like it's been like 3 a week, but they have like the new output down here. They have UI corners. They have some new settings. Like, there's a bunch of different things they've been adding to it, which is really cool. I like a lot of the updates they have. How do I stand light mode? I was watching one of my streams last night because I knew I was going to go live today, so I just wanted to catch up and see what I did last time. And I remember you guys persuaded me to try out dark mode, and I couldn't even stand it. I had tried it for like 30 seconds. Like, it was horrible. So I will not be using dark mode, but I use dark mode for Discord and for like everything else, but Studio, I gotta use light theme. Alright, let's see. So we have our part here. If we set it to smooth plastic, and we can just make it white just for now. And I think the way I want to do this, we could do decals if we want with images. Excuse me, but I think it might be better if we just put a surface GUI on it, and then if we add like a frame with text labels and stuff, because then we can change it in Studio, and we don't have to worry about like uploading images to Roblox and stuff. So I think that's what we're going to do. So if we just add a surface GUI to this, and if I add, let's just do a frame, because this will be like our container type thing. And I will set the surface to front, so then we'll rotate it. And let me just scale this up so it fits the whole size of the part. There we go. Take our border off of that, make it look all pretty. Fantastic. And I think for the background color, we're just going to do like a blue type color. Just for now. We can always change this. You guys probably know, like, I am horrible with design. I'm like very technical, but it is what it is, and we'll see. We'll just see how it comes out. Let me create a text label. For now, honestly, I'm just gonna make this as like a test. It doesn't even matter what's on this frame. I just want to get something there so we have something to script. So let's see, if we do 0.1 by 0.1, or we could do it by 1. 0.1 on the Y, 1 on the X. There we go. Get rid of that background, and we'll just set the text color to this, and we'll say test. There we go. Awesome. Let me just take a look at the live chat real quick. I haven't been looking over there. Matt getting spaghetti. What's up with Matt? Matt's getting food. Okay. Go in the RoScripter server. You got chocolate, Matt? That's awesome. I wish I could have chocolate right now, but I can't. I have water. Dang, everyone want to hire you. I know. I get so many DMs, guys, like from, you know, so many of you asking if I can help with your game. And I'm always happy to help, you know, like in scripting support and give you feedback on your code and stuff like that. But honestly, like, I'm really not looking for like a dedicated project right now. Like, I love making these videos and helping you guys through this, but I'm really not, you know, just because I get busy and so many people ask me, I'm really not looking to sit down and actually like fully work on like a cafe or something. But you can always DM me. My DMs will always be open on Discord. And you can send me a message whenever if you have, you know, questions about anything. I'd be happy to help. Survival game. Can you at least make me a loading screen? I actually have a video on a loading screen if you want to check that out. And I actually planned on also later in the stream. I don't know if you guys have been to like Soros or Blend or any of those cafes. But what you'll see in some of them is they have like a cutscene intro type thing. So you join the game and you don't just get put in your character right away. It kind of like moves your camera around the map and gives you a showcase. I want to do that later in the stream just because I know that's been like a highly requested thing. And we can do that, and we can have like the camera moving around and like a play button and stuff. Should be kind of cool. Let me see. Okay, let me get into it. Scripting this menu. So what we're gonna do, I think I want to have the script underneath of the part. We'll just do it here. You know, most of the time I do it in RoScript service, but I think we can just do it under each menu. It's not going to be the end of the world. So I will say menu script, and what we want is I'm going to have multiple frames underneath the surface GUI. So we have like frame 1, and then frame 2, and then I want it to cycle through these frames. So I'm just going to set the visibility of both of them to false by default. And I guess the first thing we want to do is let's get a reference to the surface GUI. So we'll set that equal to script.parent.surface GUI. And now I want to loop through all the frames underneath of here. I want to make it so that I don't have to, you know, add each frame individually. I should just be able to duplicate this a bunch of times, and it should automatically add it to like the cycle system. So the way we're going to do that, I want to loop through these frames. So I'm going to say for index equals 1 in I pairs, and now I want to get the children of the surface GUI. So surface GUI calling get children. Oh, wait. I thought we did in. Did we do in? I haven't done this in quite a while. I think it's like that. Alright, I guess we'll see. I'm just going to loop through them, and I'm just going to print out the name. So we're going to say our index, surface GUI. Okay, we're going to print surface GUI colon get children index. I haven't done a for loop in a long time. Been very busy, haven't done much coding. But let's see, I think this is how you do it. Please? No. Okay. This is sad that I have to look this up on stream, how to do a for loop. But I'm going to. Index, I pairs. Let me see. It's for IV in pairs. Oh, key value in I pairs. Okay, so it would be, so for index comma value, so index, and then we want to get the frame. Okay, wait. What? Okay, so we have this right here. So index value. So index, comma, frame in I pairs. Oh, the difference is I have that. There we go. I was combining two versions of for loops that you could do. Why is someone spamming? Okay, there we go. It's gone. There we go. All right. And let's just print frame.name. Make sure we have this. Are you all laughing at me because I had to look up how to do a for loop? Let me tell you, 90% of my time as a programmer is spent on like the dev form and Stack Overflow just looking stuff up. Like, I think that's a big misconception that many of you guys, if you're starting to learn to script, like you see a lot of people that just, like in my videos even, like you see me just typing it all out, but like I pre-plan my videos and all my stuff, like I always have to look up how to do certain things. I can't just write, I mean, there's some things I can write from memory, but it's always a matter of Googling, how do I do this? You know, what does this function do? That's a big misconception, but you know, it's something we all have to do, and I think it's great to use Google. That's like 90% of the job of a programmer. But let's see. Okay, so we're looping through all of our frames. So what I want to do, let's put this inside of a while true loop because I want to do this while our game is running forever. And what I'll do is we'll loop through each of them, and then I want to set the frames visibility property to true. And then we're going to want to wait a certain amount of time. So let's just say local time between frames. And I'm just going to set it to 1 second for now. And then we're going to wait our time between frames, and then it'll move on. Let's just see what that looks like. So right now it should alternate between those two frames every second. And I will not know that because we don't have any difference in the frames. So let me add that real quick. We'll just set the background color this one to red. Can I make a daily reward GUI? I've gotten that suggestion a lot. If you can, go in the Discord server and type !suggest, and then you can be prompted and then add your suggestion to our system. But I probably will wind up doing that because I've gotten that suggestion tons of times. Let's see. Is it working? We actually have to set the visibility of the other one to false. So we're looping through each frame and we set the current frame to true. And then what I also want to do in here, I want to loop through the other frames and set the visibility of them to false. So let's just loop through them. We'll say, so for index, comma frame, and we're going to loop through the children just as we did before. And now we're going to say frame.visible equals false. So this is just going to set all of the frames under there, the visibility to false, and then our new one will make it visible. Alright, let's take a look. Rookie! I'm good, how are you? It should be alternating, there we go. So now it goes in between. That's really cool. Now let's try and make something that will make it animate. So I want it, so the latest one should come in from the right, and the previous one should go out from the left. So we will say, let's get a reference to our tween service, because we're going to need that in order to tween our frames. So tween service equals game : get service, tween service. And now, so our previous frames, we need to animate them out to the left. So I'm going to say if frame.visible is equal to true. So if the frame is the one that's currently there, if it's currently visible, then I want to move it to the left. So let's just take a look at what this is. So if it's right here, then to move it to the left, what do we need to set the position to? I think it's just going to be -1. Let's just check. Make sure. Yep, it's just going to be -1. Awesome. So we will just say, let's create a tween. We'll say local frame animation equals tween service, and we're going to create a tween. And then our first thing in here is we want to say, what do we want to tween? Well, I want to tween our frame, so we'll say frame. We need to pass in tween info, so how do we want to tween it? So tween info dot new, and then we can pass in a time, so I'm just going to say maybe 0.5 seconds for now. And then we want to pass in the properties that we want to animate. And I want to animate the position property, and I want to set it equal to udem2.new, and then -1, comma 0, comma 0, comma 0. And that should do it. And then if we just play that animation, and then we'll just wait 0.5 seconds just to see what it looks like. Alright, let's just see what it does. Let me pull that one off. There we go. You're trying to learn Lua, but it's hard for you. You tried watching Alvin Blocks, but it's kind of hard. It is. It can be really difficult to learn a programming language, especially if it's your first programming language. The way I learned, or at least my suggestion for learning, it's honestly a lot of YouTube and a lot of research. Like, you really want to start by saying, okay, what's my goal? Why do I want to learn to script? What do I want to do? So let's say we want to make a game, I don't know, maybe we want to make like a whack-a-mole game, right? Where we want to have like our little hammer and then we whack down the little animated guys or whatever. So we need to think of the different aspects that, like the different things in scripting that we need in order to do that. So maybe we need something like a little hammer that follows around our mouse. So I'd want to look up on Google, I'd say Roblox get mouse input. And then a bunch of links would come up with things about mouse input. And we say, okay, I know how to do this now. And then you can copy code from there into your game, and then you have mouse input. Then maybe I need to know, how do I destroy the little guys that, you know, come up out of their little holes or whatever. So then I'd look up Roblox destroy part or destroy model, and then we get some code on that. And that's really the process of scripting. I think that's the best way to learn too, is just look up the different things you don't know and, you know, find a way to word it into Google so that it can lead you to what you need, and then just follow the video or, you know, look at the resource or whatever, and just copy code in and see what it does. And it's just a lot of experimentation, and it's not going to be easy, but over time you'll get better, and I think it's fun too, you know, the whole process of problem solving and trying to figure it out. But it will take a while to learn, but don't give up on it. Tons of fun, because it's a great skill to learn for many different reasons. I just went off on a whole thing about making a whack-a-mole game. I don't know why I did that. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, let's take a look at our little board. What is happening? Nothing is happening. If we look at our different positions, or let's see. So we are checking, so if the frame.visible is equal to true, so now whenever we set the next frame visible to true, we need to move it all the way to the right. So whatever is coming in, it needs to be moved all the way over here so that we can animate it in. So we will say frame.position equals udem2.new. We'll say 1, 0, 0, 0, so that'll be all the way to the right. And then we set the visibility to true, and then we just need to create a tween to bring it in. So we will set the position to 0, play it, wait 0.5. Let's see, we'll just test it out, see if it works. Been a while. Skizzy, oh my gosh, that's a name that I have not heard in a long time. How are you? It's been super long time. There we go. That's kind of what we need. Basic idea behind it. I think what we could do that would be really cool is if we have them both come in at the same time. So rather than waiting 0.5 here, if we comment this out, it should do these both at the same time. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. Can I make a service system, like certain ranks in a group bring to tables? It's a cool idea. Maybe I will. I like that. Oh no, I should really anchor that part. It keeps falling. And we'll just move it over here so I don't have to keep moving over every time. Alright, let's take a look. How would you read the text so fast? Oh no, we're gonna give it more time. Don't worry, don't worry. We're just getting the basic idea down. We're gonna change the timing of it. Trying to think. So the issue right here is it's setting the visibility to false right away. So maybe it would be better to have it like that. Let me take a look. I want to thank you, RoScripter, because you helped me a lot. Of course. Happy I'm able to help. It's been my goal. That's why I do this. That's not bad. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that okay? Should we try and add some extra code to make it so they both go at the same time? What are your opinions on this? Any ideas? Maybe. Maybe not. There's a stream delay, so like you might not even be able to hear me with what I'm looking at the chat. Looks good? Does it work the same with decals? That's a great question. Decals act a little bit differently because they're not under a Surface GUI. So what you could do if you're using this system, I'll actually publish it right now for you guys. All you have to do is just put an image label underneath of here, and then you can just set the image ID to whatever your decal ID is, and then it'll work the exact same way, and you can have the image on there. Let's see. So we have this, so it's animating between the frames. So let's just give it, I don't know, 10 seconds between frames. Maybe that'll give them enough time to look at it. Let's see. Thank you for making these amazing vids. You should have more subs. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. It's really nice of you. Honestly, I don't do this for the subs. Even if I just have one subscriber, I don't care. As long as I'm helping somebody at the end of the day, that's the reason why I do this, but that's really nice of you to say. I appreciate that. Let's see. Is 10 seconds enough? 10 seconds might be a little too short. I think it's enough, actually. 10 seconds isn't bad. Alright, so we're going to do 10 seconds, and let's actually work on designing these menus now, so they don't just say test. Let's actually put something on it. So if I grab that, let's see. Set this to visible. Oh, it already is visible. Wait, where is it? Where'd it go? I think I set the position. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this is not exactly a very great menu right now. So let's work on that. Let me get a background image for it. I'm just gonna search Google Images for something that we could use. A background image. What would look good for a menu? Oh, we could do a gradient. Gradients are pretty cool. Gradient. Oh, what does Matthew say? Matt needs perms to view bands. I don't know how to do that, Matt. I'm sorry. I can check it out after the stream and we can figure it out. We can actually, I think we can do gradients. There's something called a UI gradient. I'm not entirely sure how to use it, but you guys are learning, I'm learning, we're all learning, so we can figure this out. Let's see, so a UI gradient, what could that possibly do, and how would we do that? So if we set, okay, let's see. So if the color over here, if we set that to, oh, whoa, that is awesome. Oh, okay, so if we set the color of this to completely white. Oh, I see. This is really cool. Okay, now I'm just going to go to a website. You guys can't see this, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to grab a UI gradient from, there's like a CSS gradient website for like websites. CSS background gradient. Okay. I promise what's going on my other monitor is actually productive. I'm actually doing stuff. Let me see. Okay. UI gradient. What looks good for a gradient? This looks okay. That's orange. I don't know how orange looks. Okay. I think this one looks good. So, what I have right here is this right here. So this is basically what a gradient is, for those of you who don't know. It's a transition of color over time. So we could have a breakpoint here, and that would be maybe like white, and then we have the breakpoint over here that's pink, and then it's going to slowly make it pink. So it's going to slowly transition from white to pink. So as you see, what we have right here are two different colors. We have, this is a hex color right here, and this is another. And this is saying, so at point 0, it's going to be this color, and then at point 1, all the way over here, it's going to be this color. So that might be a little confusing, but let me just grab the RGB, red, green, blue color codes for this. Hex from RGB, and then you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So the first color that we have right here, what this looks like, if I could ever find it, color picker. I'm just going to use the Google one. Grab this. Alright, so the first color, this is the hexadecimal color code. So the actual RGB one that we use in Roblox, how do we set that? I think we have to set it... I don't know how to set it. Does anyone know how I select, how I like can pass in a color for a UI gradient, like an RGB color? I'm not entirely sure how. Any ideas? Okay, wait, I have an idea. I can try something. Let's see. If I add a surface GUI to this, and I'm going to add a frame to this, all of this for a color, this is crazy. Okay. Now I'm going to set the background color of this, and now I'm going to use the eyedropper. This probably is not the best way to do it, but I'm going to do it. Oh, you just saw my top secret Trello. That's okay. I can't even pick the color. Where's my color picker? My color picker went away. Color. Okay. We use the eyedropper. I don't know if this is right. Let me try something. Let's do a frame. Do it on the screen so it's not affected by light at all. And now if we select this, color sequence, awesome. No, I'm sorry if I'm boring you guys. I'm just trying to figure this out. Give me 1 sec. Okay, we select that, there we go. This is what I wanted. Okay, this is good. That actually looks like a cool color right there. It's a cool gradient, I like that. But I have another color, we're gonna use this one. Let me just grab the RGB color code, and we're just gonna see how this looks. So I'm gonna set the frame color to this, and then I'm gonna go to the end, and then I'm gonna use the color picker to select that. Little bit of a process, but it's okay. I think that actually looks okay too. That's not bad. Alright, I can delete this now and delete whatever else I had, what I was trying to do. And now, if we grab, let's set the rotation. We don't want 90. If we do 45, we can kind of make it, see, it's like going off to the edge. Negative 45. Now they're all pretty much the same, to be honest. Let's get a nice font. And let's see, what should we have on this menu? What should be our food item category? We could do ice cream, we could do coffee, we could do popsicles, we could do, I don't know, what else is there? Drinks. What do you guys want to do? What should we have on here? We could do cookies, pastries, anything you guys want. Where is the font I'm looking for? I'm looking for Source Sans. Source Sans bold. Cookies, drinks. Cookies. We have a lot of cookies. Milk. I don't know how many different types of milk there are. Chocolate milk. Regular milk. I can't seem to think of any others. Maybe not milk. Cookies, ice cream. Alright, we have a lot of cookies, so we're going to do pastries. And then we're going to put, cookies is going to be one of our, we're going to put a bunch of different things on there. You guys will see. Alright, if we set our text to scaled, so we'll make it scale up, and that is way too big. 0.15. Alright, so we're going to say our text here is going to be pastries. And we also need to set, you guys see it's kind of blurry, like our text. It's actually a trick we can use. It's the way like the sizing is. So it's called, you can set your sizing mode. So if I did fixed size, it kind of makes it a little stretched. But if I do pixels per stud, if I increase that, you see it makes it look nicer. But we don't want it to be too high, because then it scales down. Alright, we'll do 150. That looks good. Source Sans bold. I think this is Source Sans bold, right? Font? Yeah, it is. Alright. Let's duplicate this text label. And I'm going to move it down. We'll say 0.1. 0.2. Wyatt, hi, what are you making? I am making a menu system. So it's going to be like a rotating menu. So you have like different frames. So maybe we have like pastries on one and we have ice cream on another. Oh, excuse me. Ice cream on another. And then it'll like rotate through the different menus. Well, let me just publish so you guys can access this too if you're interested. We can set the size. Let's set the font. The font should be maybe Source Sans or Source Sans semi-bold. Let's try Source Sans. What is that? Okay, that looks good. And now let's set our size. We're going to do 0.5. Okay, looks good. And then the idea is we'll have a few of these going down. And it might be good to add a UI list layout, now that I think about it. How long have I been scripting? I have been scripting on Roblox since 2016 or 2017. So it's been like 3 years on Roblox. And I've been programming since I was 8, and I'm 15 now. So what is that? Can't do math. 7 years. So 7 years programming experience total, but 3 years on Roblox. I like Roblox programming. Tons of fun. It's kind of cool making games. Alright, let's see. So I think we will add a UI list layout just because it'll look a little nicer. And then we don't have to worry about laying stuff out. So let's set the size of this to 1, 0, 0, and then set 0.9. Position on the Y should be 0.1. We need to size it down just a little bit more. Let's see, what can we do on the Y? 0.2. Okay. 0.85 should be good. And we're going to set the position to 0.15. There we go. Perfect. Fits there. Fits our little area very nicely. Let's set the background transparency to 1 and the border size pixel to 0. And if we grab this right here, throw this in the frame, set the position to 0. And now what we can do, this is really cool for those of you who don't know about it, there's something called a UI grid layout. So we can pretty much make a grid, and then whenever we add new elements, it'll just add them to the grid. So this makes it super easy for us to make a menu. So if we set the grid layout, so we want our cell size to be 0.5 on the X and 0.2 on the Y. So see, it makes it like that. And let's just see, how does that look? Maybe we don't want 0. Oh wait, I mixed it up. My bad. There we go. Okay, so that puts it there. And then if we duplicate this, that looks good. I want to set the padding on the X to 0. And as you'll see, this is the really cool thing about grid layouts, is you can just do that and it creates it for you, and we don't have to worry about positioning elements or anything like that. It's scripting, not programming. I really don't know the difference between scripting and programming. I should really look that up. That would be good to know. Scripting versus programming. I think, yeah, scripting is like, so scripting language uses an interpreter, and programming uses a compiler. Oh, okay. So programming, so like JavaScript, if any of you are familiar with that, that would be a script. Oh, it's called JavaScript. I just had like a realization right there. JavaScript is a scripting language because it's interpreted. Same thing with Python. But if you have something like C++ or Java, that's compiled, so that'd be programming. Huh. You learn something new every day. Let me get a sip of my water in 1 sec, guys. There we go. All hydrated, ready to talk. Holy moly, we have 88, 90 concurrent viewers right now. It's crazy. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. This menu is actually looking much better than I expected. I'm pretty bad with design normally, so this is a very nice surprise. Let's see. It's at 0.4, and then I want the padding to be 0.1. And then we should just have, it should be centered. How do we make it centered? Like that. There we go. So then our pastries take up a certain amount of space. And let's see, we need names. What are some pastries? So we have cookies. There's one. We could say chocolate chip cookies. 1. I need some more. What else could we say? Any ideas? The ordering system is not done. I plan on working on that later in the stream. Croissant. Good one. CROISSANT. Here we go. Scaling is going to be a little weird. We might have to work on that. Chocolate pudding. Would that be a pastry? Donuts. Donuts. We can put donuts there. We could say, what kind of muffin? Blueberry muffin. Donut. I'm just putting anything. It doesn't even really matter what we have here. We'll be scripting them all later on, so we can just put anything. Blueberry muffin, we could say chocolate chip muffin. I'm running out of ideas. Different flavor. Cupcakes. Cupcakes, I like that. Vanilla cupcake. You could say chocolate cupcake. Donuts. We can say glazed donut. And I don't know, what's another type of donut? Vanilla frosted donut. Now, we have our different few food items. Quite a variety. But I think, I don't know if that looks good because like they're all different sizes. So I want to make a consistent like text size for this whole thing. So it should be the size of the smallest text right now, which is how much? What size is that? Text size. I don't even think we can know what the text size is. But I can just increase it and try and figure it out. 40, 50, nope, 45, 46, 48, 48. Okay. Let's set all of the sizes to 48. This might look good, it might not. We'll see. It's not horrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not horrible. I never said I was a designer, so it's all good. Oh, Nightbot saying follow RoScripter on Twitter. I agree. I haven't tweeted in a while. But yeah, follow me on Twitter if you'd like. Forgot I even had one. Stop spamming. Yeah, somebody was spamming. Check text scale to true. I would, but I think it kind of messes everything up and it makes certain things bigger than others. And that doesn't always look good design-wise, so. Oh, hey Jamal, what's up? Okay, so we have this pastries, and I'm just gonna make. I don't really want to add another type of thing and go through the whole thing that we just went through again. So I'm just going to create a separate frame, and dang, I just realized something. So right now, oh wait, never mind. I thought I messed up. We're good though. No worries. Alright, frame 2. In our frame 2, we are going to set the text to, I don't know, pastries 2. Very creative. Let's just set the visibility to false. Take a look at this. There we go. Bam, publish. Just looking through the chat. Subscribe to RoScripter? Sure, if you'd like to. Do I have a Discord server? Yes, I do. I think you can go to discord.gg/RoScripter. But if that doesn't work, you can check in the description. I think I have like a permanent invite down there. And there we go. This came out really well. I actually like this. Let's just make sure. Dang, that is beautiful. I normally don't compliment my own work, but that is beautiful. That looks really good. I'm gonna hydrate again. Give me a second. Alright, and Cristiano says, can you please start making the loading screen? It's exactly what I was just going to do since we finished our little menu board over here. So let's get started on that. Let me actually just go over to Soros just so I can show you guys what I want to create and the idea behind what I want to do. If I go to Roblox, let me just see. I'm going to pull it up. They have a very good example of what I'm looking to do. Soros join. Alright, you should be able to see my screen now. Oh, I'm lagging like crazy. I don't know if it's the stream that's making me lag or what it is. Probably is the stream. Click to skip loading. Okay. I'm clicking. Please skip loading. I'll give it 1 sec. What happened? Oh no, it didn't happen. Okay, never mind. Soros wasn't the place. We're gonna go to Blend. Blend, I think, has what I'm looking for. And I actually have to exit out of Roblox. It's like force quit. It's lagging so bad. Okay, there we go. Let me go to blend. Boop boop. Hopefully it's less laggy there. Alright, if you guys want to join, you can. Let me pull it up. Here we go. Wyatt, do it like Tapioca. I don't remember what we have at Tapioca. It's been a while. See, but this is what we have. So we have like a cutscene. So you see it's like animating like this. And it's going around the building, giving like a nice showcase type thing. And then at the end, we have a little loading screen. Which we might not need to have because we don't really have much to load. But maybe we will at some point. And then if we give it 1 sec, loading a few things, probably because I'm on a Mac and it's really slow. There we go. And then you just click play. And then it'll bring you into the game. And there you go. You're on your little guy right here. Awesome. Oh, Marshall's here. And Skizzy's here. Very cool. Okay, so this is what we want to create. So the way I want to do this, the basic idea is I want to have a bunch of different parts. So like maybe we have a part here, and we have a part over here, and we have a part over here. And then I want it, all we do is we just put these parts underneath of a folder, and then it figures out to start here, and then to move our camera over here, and then to move it over here. So this might be a little challenging, but I'm up for this challenge. And I hope you're ready to watch because it should be fun. So the first thing I'm going to do, let me create a new folder under Workspace. And I'm just going to name this Intro Cutscene. And then under here, we're going to have exactly what I just said. We're going to create our different parts. And let me just make sure we want to get the front surface, because the idea behind this is we're going to set the camera's C-frame to the C-frame of the part, so we want to make sure the part's facing the right direction. How can I figure out what is the front surface? Maybe if I add like a surface light or something. Let's see. Front, where is the front? Where is that light coming from? If we just increase the brightness, looks like it's coming from this way. Okay. So I will just scale this down. Anchor it, move it up. So this is going to be our first one, and then this is going to be our second one. Very simple, but gets the job done, and we just want to make sure this basic concept works. Let me drop these underneath of our intro cutscene folder, and I'm going to name this, what could we say? I want to say like keyframe 1, because it's going to be a keyframe type thing. This is going to be keyframe 2. So let's create a new script under server script service. And I am just going to name this intro cutscene. And I guess the first thing we have to do, I'm trying to think if we would do this from a server script or a local script. For camera manipulation, I think it's done locally because every player has their own camera. So let's actually, I take that back. We're going to make a local script. And we're going to name this intro cutscene. Of course, as always, like I like to do every time in a local script, is get a reference to our local player. So we'll say local player equals game.players.localplayer. And now I'm going to grab their camera, which is, whoopsies, game.workspace.currentCamera. And let's just test something out first to make sure we can actually manipulate the camera. I'm just going to set the position of the camera to keyframe 1. So let's just create a variable for that, keyframe 1, and this isn't going to be permanent, it's just for testing. .intro cutscene .keyframe 1. Let's just see, so to set the camera position, I think we have to set the camera type to scriptable or custom. I don't quite remember. So let me just look it up. Manipulation Roblox. This is another example. I'm always Googling stuff. It's okay to Google stuff. It's good to Google stuff. How do we set the camera? Let's see, Roblox set camera C-frame. Maybe I can find something on the dev forum. Okay. I think this is it. Okay, here's an example of how to do a cutscene. So what we need to do, the camera type needs to be set to scriptable. And then we need to, the way we set the C-frame is we have these different things. I'm just going to copy this from Roblox. So the look at C-frame and then the camera C-frame. So we basically have the position of our part, which would be the vector 3 position of this, and then the look at is going to be, I guess we could get like the front position of the part or something like that. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Let me look at the chat real quick before we start with this. If anyone has any questions at all throughout the stream, just let me know. I'll be checking there every once in a while. Wyatt, I got a tough question for you. Who is your best active staff? Eek, I don't know. Honestly, all of our staff members, you know, we have, please forgive it. I'm just trying to think, who do we have? Yeah, honestly, I think they're all really active and they're all really great. I'm so grateful for all of our staff members. I mean, Matt obviously is our head admin, so I interact with him the most and do a lot with him, but they're all really active and they all contribute so much to the community and to the Discord server, and they're all great, and I'm really grateful to have them helping. So thank you, staff members that are here right now moderating the chat. I'm very grateful for you guys. You're like best friends to me. Let me see, chat. Anything else? K, Matt, and Elf are the best. They're all great. Let's see. So what we're gonna do, let me just see. So we're gonna say camera dot camera type. I set that equal to scriptable, and I think we can say enum dot camera type dot scriptable, and then we're gonna say the C-frame equals keyframe 1 dot C-frame. This might work, this might not. Could go terribly wrong, but you never know till you try. Let's see. Hey Wyatt, what is your best script? I don't know. I don't even really think you can compare scripts. That, like, you can have like 5 scripts that do something, or you can have one script that does the same exact thing. Like, I don't think there's like a best script of mine. I have games that I'm very proud of, but like all your scripts really have to work together to make an awesome game. So I don't think there's anything that's my best. My best on this channel is probably the ranking bot. Like, that's like my most popular video, and people really seem to like that. But besides for that, nothing really. I treat all my scripts equally. They all get the same amount of attention and love from me. But I guess it didn't work, so that's not fun. How could we fix that? I wonder why it's not working. Let's just make sure this is running first. So print camera set. Let's see. Hey, am I working on commissions? I am not right now. Not really looking for a project. Camera set. Okay, so the script is running, but it's not doing anything. So we set the C-frame. Let me just look at the studio or the dev forum post where I got this from. How to set the camera C-frame? You should set it to scriptable. Maybe I set it, instead of that, I set it to scriptable. I don't know if this makes a difference. I just want to see. Maybe if we wait a few seconds and then try too. Like maybe like the camera has to load, or the character has to load first. Yeah, the character might have to load. Let's see. We will say player.character added, and then we're gonna wait. So we're gonna wait for the character to be added. Try putting it inside starter player scripts and set it to fixed. Let's see. Starter player scripts and set it to fixed? Do you mean set the camera type to fixed? Set it to custom. Should be working under starter GUI. I don't know what the difference is. I think starter player scripts might get cloned in first. That might be the difference. No. Let's see, what could be happening here? Basic camera cutscene. So they are setting. They say they don't do it like me. They say it like this. Scriptable. And then they set the C frame equals target C frame. What am I doing wrong? I gotta be doing something wrong. Anyone have any ideas? Let's see. That's what I think's so awesome about doing this kind of stuff on stream. Is I get you guys to help me, and stuff that just passes over my head, you guys help me figure out. It's awesome. OMG Wyatt. Hi! I remember you from like my original streams from like months ago. It's been a while. I think the parts need can collide off? Really? Why would they need that? Let's try it. I'm open to suggestions. Let's see. Very well could be. Let me see. Try adding cameras in the parts? I did see Alvin's video on it. Let me see if I can find another article or another post. Can't seem to set camera C-frame. Sounds a lot like the issue I'm going through. Let's take a look. How does this person do it? Most likely a problem with setting the C-frame, not the camera type. Okay. Let's try this. Bam. Let's see how that works. Make the camera type to be fixed inside the script. Does it have to be fixed? We can try it. Let me try fixed. I think that would make a difference. Oh, we might need to set the camera subject. Let's see, workspace.currentCamera.camera subject equals. We'll set it to keyframe 1. And we're going to set it to custom like you said. We'll see if that works. I know, more than 69 people watching. That's just absolutely crazy. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Well, that didn't work. Does anything work? Once we figure this out, I guarantee it's going to be like a light bulb. It's like, oh, that's why it didn't work. I don't know. Let's see. I've done this before. Like, I've done camera manipulation stuff. What am I trying to achieve in this script? What I want to do, at least as of right now, is I'm trying to get it so that it sets our camera to the C-frame of this right here. So if this part's facing forward, it's going to set our camera to be right here, looking forward. Add cameras in the parts? I don't think that's how you do it. I've done this. I don't remember having to do that. Oh. This is something. I actually do remember having to do this. I don't know why. This could very well be it. This like repeat thing right here. Like it doesn't actually get set right away. Let's see. Fixed. Oh, I think I put custom instead of fixed that one time. Let me put fixed. Let me try fixed. Let's see. Wait, I think I just... Did I override that? I very well might have. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, let's see. Fixed. We'll see if it works. One fixed cam to a part, tween, rotate the part, weld to the camera. Huh. Fixed cam to part, tween and rotate the part, weld to the camera. I think we can tween the camera itself. We don't have to tween the part. I don't even know if we can weld our camera. RoScripter can't even script. I know, Matt. This is not good. RoScripter can't script. Oh, I think this is another suggestion I see from somewhere. It says set the camera subject to nil before we set the camera type. I don't know if this is gonna work. Get the cutscene plugin. Yeah, that's really what we should do, honestly. I'm trying to do this all custom though, because it's good to learn and it's something like good to be able to do it for different things. But yeah, that's typically what I would have done. Just delete the whole channel. RoScripter's broken. RoScripter is broken. Yes, I want to tween the camera. Yes, I do. Eventually, that's the goal. I want to be able to set the camera first. You guys can check this out in Studio if you want, if you're able to figure it out. I just published. It's in the description, the uncopylocked link. What in the world? Set C-frame. I've never had issues with this. Does it work in Studio? It should work in Studio. Try it in game. Does it make a difference? Scripting helpers. Scripting helpers is a good resource. Sure, feel free. I'll check on my phone. Noah Hafner. If you want to send me the script, please. Trying to figure this out. Disable the camera script. I don't want to disable the camera script. Local camera. Alright, let me copy the code you put there. Local part is game that works with that part. It's scriptable. Right, we have it set to scriptable. Oh wait, okay, somebody just DM'd me how to do it. Small example from a remove event. Local script inside of a GUI. Alright, how does this guy do it? Like, trying to tilt my phone so I can read the script. So you set the camera type to scriptable, and you set the C-frame. That's what we're doing. That is exactly what we're doing. Wait. Why is it not printing camera set? I think that's the problem. It's not getting to that point in the script. Yeah, it's not getting to that point in the script. We might be getting held up on our character added. That is so weird. Why would that be? Yo, wait, something happened. Something happened. Okay, wait. Okay, so we were waiting for the character to load. I think we figured it out, guys. Alright, so this is the problem. So it wasn't actually waiting for the player's character to be added. It was infinitely waiting. So, now if we set the C-frame to keyframe1.cframe, this should work. Should. Hopefully. RoScripter, try searching for a plugin. I think we got it now. Thank you, though. Yo, it worked. It worked. This is awesome. Thank you guys for helping me figure this out. This was like a nightmare. I'm telling you, it's always small stuff like that. Every time. Alright, let's take a look at this. Finally, I know. Okay, this is great. Okay, so now that we have this, we know we can manipulate the camera. I am literally never touching. Okay, we're just gonna comment this code and never delete it because I'm gonna use this for like every project in the future because I know I'm gonna screw up again and forget how to do it. So what we need to do is we need to loop through our different keyframes, each part, and then we need to tween the camera to that part. So we're gonna say for index, comma, keyframe in iPairs, we're gonna say intro cutscene. We actually need to create a variable for this. Intro cutscene folder. We're gonna set it equal to that. In iPairs, intro cutscene folder, colon get children. So we're going to loop through all the children, and for each child we need to do this. We need to set the camera C-frame to the position or the C-frame of that child, but we need to like tween it. So I'm going to, I guess the first thing, let's just make sure we can actually set the C-frame to that child. So let's say the camera.camera subject should be equal to nil. We're going to set the camera type to scriptable. We can actually do this up here. Camera.camera type equals scriptable. Camera type dot scriptable. There we go. We will say camera.cframe equals keyframe.cframe. It's a lot of frames. And then we'll set the camera subject equal to keyframe. I don't think we need this. Alright, so we're going to do this, and then I'm just going to say wait 2 in between. So right now what it should do is start here, go here, and if we add another, it'll go to the next one. Let's take a look. Why do I not use dark theme? I just don't. I should, but I don't. Okay, so what's happening right now, I don't know if you guys saw that. Let's take a look again. It's actually not going in order because we're not doing anything with the number. Like, as you see, we have numbers right here, but we're not actually going in order of the numbers. We're just going in a random order pretty much. So what we're gonna have to do to this is sort the array. So we have to get all of the children under here, all of these parts, and then we need to sort them by their name. So we're going to say local intro cutscene keyframes equals, and then we need to get the children of our intro cutscene. So intro cutscene folder colon get children. So we're going to get all of our keyframes, and now we need to sort this. So I haven't actually done array sorting in Lua in a long time, so bear with me as I figure this out. Roblox Lua sort array, sort a table. So we can say, just looking this up, What is an example? Roblox table.sort. Using table.sort to sort values from highest to lowest. Okay, so we're going to say table.sort, and we want to sort the intro cutscene keyframes. And now we need to pass in a function. So we basically, in this function, we're going to compare these numbers. So we're going to compare like the first one with the second one and the second with the third, and then we're going to be able to put it in order based on our comparison. So we're going to say, we'll just do it down here. We'll say function a comma b, looking off to the side, and now we are going to return, this might be a little confusing, if a dot name dots, or so we need a string dot split a, and I need to, or a dot name, and I need to split that on keyframe, the word keyframe. So we're basically removing this so we just get the numbers. So and then I want to get the second one, so the number, and we need to say toNumber. So return that, and is that greater than toNumber b dot name? Let's see. This could work, this could not work. I don't know, but we'll see. Let me look in chat. Haven't checked this in a little while. Matt is epic builder. Matt is a good builder. I agree. Okay, so it did not sort it because, or it did sort it, we just might not have used the right thing. I have to pass this in instead of get children. My bad. Here we go. I think it just went opposite. Okay, this is good, this is good. Very close. We just need to change the sign. Let's try it now. There we go. I think it worked. Awesome. So now we sort this in order of our keyframes. And now all we really have to do is find a way to get the amount of time it should take in between our keyframes. And then we also need to actually tween it. So we need to tween it for that amount of time and then wait that amount of time and then tween the next one. So we're going to say, we'll grab a reference to our tween service. Local tween service equals game::get service tween service. And now I want to say, rather than setting this, we're going to say local camera tween equals tween service :create. So we're going to create a tween. We need to tween our camera, and then right now I'm just going to put in a 1 second tween time like this, and then we need to say what is the property of the camera that we want to tween. Well, we want to tween the C-frame property, and we actually have to do it like this because C-frame is also a keyword, and we need to set that equal to keyframe.cframe. Okay, so we delete this, and now we're going to wait 1 second, and then we set the camera subject. Okay, this should work. I hope this works. I'm praying this works. Let's see. RoScripter, can you please help me add a new Christmas update to my game? All I need help is adding new currency called snowflakes. I'm not able to help like directly. I can't help on stream, but if you send me a DM in Discord, I can like help you guide with like resources and stuff like that. You also might be able to post what you're trying to do in scripting support in our Discord server, and then somebody might be able to assist you there and give you help. But if you just DM me, I can link you to some resources that might be useful. And something happened right there. Not entirely sure what that was. Our camera moved. I don't exactly think it tweened. Probably because I didn't play the tween. Let's try this. Can we collab? I'm a dev too. I'm not really looking to make a game right now, but if you DM me on Discord, we can talk about it and maybe we can figure something out. I do not know what that was or what happened at all. Let's try that again. I'm very confused. Let's take a see, or let's take a look. What in the world is happening? Oh, fire engine outside. Sorry guys for the background noise if you hear that. Let me rotate this just so I get a clearer view of what this is and what's happening. It might have something to do with the camera subject. Alright, let's see. What? Why is it doing that? I don't get what's happening. We set the camera subject to the keyframe. What if we just don't set the camera subject? What happens? There's no section called scripting in your Discord server. I think it's called scripting support. Scripting-support. Matt might be able to help you find it if you're unable to see it. Let me see. I think it's under like the chat channels or something like that. I can code in JavaScript. So I can code in quite a few languages. My top two right now that I really like are JavaScript and Lua. But I know like Python and a little bit of C++ and stuff like that. So it looks like we do need to set the camera subject. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. What if we set the camera subject before we play the tween? What happens? I don't know, let's see. Wyatt, stop ignoring me. Oh, hi Kay, how are you? I didn't even see you. There we go. Okay, that's exactly what we needed. And then when this is all done, we just want to set it back to the player. So how do we do that? Roblox set camera back to player. And then that'll actually be exactly what we need. This will be good. Can't seem to set camera back to player. What does this post say? What is the best way to do this? Let's see. Camera.camera subject. Okay. If we say camera.camera subject equals player.character.humanoid. And then if we set the C frame or camera.camera type equals enum.camera type. And what are our camera types? We could say, I think it's actually just going to be custom. Just take a look, see what that does. RoScripter, publish. Okay, I'm going to publish. Give me 1 sec. After we test this out, I'll publish it. Here we go between them, and then we go back to our player. It's exactly what we needed. Awesome. Alright, I just published, so it should be good for you guys. If you're interested, if you head to the Uncopylock game in the description, you can edit that and see everything I've been doing here and try it out for yourself. That is perfect. So now what I want to do is see, the whole thing is, if you look right now, if we move this part all the way out here, it's going to take 1 second, or however much time we specify, to tween between the parts no matter what. So what we want to do is change the amount of time it takes based on the position, because you saw it just like sprung super fast to that last one. So what we're gonna do is we need to use vector. So we need to subtract the positions of all of these, and then we need to get the magnitude of it. So the way we're gonna do that is, so we need to determine, let's just say local, create like a tween time variable. Let's do it right here. We'll say local camera tween time. I'm going to set that equal to 1, which is going to be our base time. And then I want to, do I want to multiply that? Or do I want to divide it? Let's multiply it for now, and we'll see if this works. And now I need to get our keyframe position, keyframe.position, and then I need to subtract the next keyframe position minus intro cutscene keyframes index plus 1 dot position, and I actually have to grab the absolute value of this, just working this out. And then we need to grab the magnitude of that. So I have no clue if that's going to work, but we can see. And if we just print the camera tween time, just to see what it says. Alright, let's take a look. What do I think about Roblox removing the need to have premium to upload shirts? I don't know. I mean, I think overall it's a good decision because of all like the spam shirts that were happening. And like there are bots, and the catalog's really a mess right now, so I think it's something that needed to happen. I'm just concerned as to how much they're going to make the shirts cost to upload. Like if they make it 100 Robux to upload a shirt, I don't know if I necessarily love that, just because I think it's going to make it really hard for clothing designers to be able to make a profit. But if they make it like, 30 Robux or, something much less to upload a shirt, I think that'd be okay, and that's more reasonable. But that's just my opinion on it. I know many of you probably either don't like it or love it or have different ideas about it. So it looks like this is working somewhat. Yeah, it's working. We need to divide. Let's try dividing this and just see what that does. Because we need it to take... Actually, wait, multiplying might have been right, because we need it to take longer to get to the bigger... Yeah, you know what? No, we're supposed to multiply. My bad. And then when we multiply it, I don't remember what our number was, but if we just wait our camera tween time rather than 1, it might go super fast. We just have to see. But the idea, this is kind of like normalizing it and making sure that we go through the keyframes at the same speed. Look at DMs. Okay, I'll check DMs right after the stream. Yeah, this is way too long. So if that's 28 is going to be 28 seconds, that's like forever. Let's see. So we could do... I need to exit out of this. So 28, if we divide by 30, we'll just try this. Divide by 30. Give it a try. Can you please be a moderator? We do not have moderator applications open right now, but if you join our Discord server, whenever we open them up, you'll get a notification. That is very long, way too long. Divide by 100. Do I know Vic? I do know Vic. Yes, he was our old head admin in our Discord server. You got Robux for your birthday? It's awesome, Ninja. Very nice. Okay, so what we need to do, I'm just realizing what's happening here, is we are tweening our camera from our player to this first one, we just need to set our camera to this first one and not even worry about the player to start. So we're going to say the camera subject to start is going to be our intro cutscene keyframes.keyframe1. And then we need to... Wait, can I say this? No, I can't. Oh, excuse me. No, I can't. Okay. So we're going to set the keyframe 1. That's going to be our start. And then we need to set the C frame to our keyframe 1 as well. And now we need to skip the first one. So we're going to say if keyframe is not equal to 1, then, or index is not equal to 1. Okay, let's try this. So now it should not tween from the player, it should start tweening from our actual camera piece, or like our first keyframe. Oh, we have an error. Invalid argument. C frame expected got L? What? What does that mean? Keyframe. Oh, dot C frame. Simple error. Try again. We have another error. Oh no, what is it? It says attempt to index nil with C frame. What? Line 17. Keyframe 1.C frame. Huh. Maybe we have to do it like this. Maybe? I don't know, let's see. UR calculator. Your RoScripter's calculator. Okay, so something happened right there. Let's just wait like 5 seconds after you join the game, just so that it doesn't like do it until we actually want it to. I'll try it out again. Is the ordering system done? The ordering system is not done. I was planning on finishing it at the end of the stream, but now that I look at it, like this camera system might take a little bit. So we probably won't get around to it. I'm just trying to see. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. What is happening? So it's not getting to the third one. So it starts at the first one, it gets to the second, but it's not going to get to the third. Why? Index plus 1 dot position. What if we say index dot position? Uh-oh. Gotta delete that. Please keep the chat clean, guys. Family friendly. Let's see. So it should start at the first one. Oh wait, did it already do it? It already did it. I missed it. So we get our first keyframe. I'm just like trying to work through this math in my head. We start our first, so 1, and we multiply it by the keyframe dot position. So our current keyframe. So our current keyframe would be. Oh, we need to get. I see what we need to do. We need to get this right here. We need to get the previous keyframe just because of the way this is working. And then this is going to be our current keyframe right here. This is probably very confusing to some of you. Very confusing to me too, don't worry. How should you learn scripting? Honestly, I say YouTube. Like YouTube has been so useful to me, you know, especially when I was learning. I mean, it's still useful, but it's a very good way to learn, and there's tons of great videos. You know, not even just my videos. You check out like Alvin Blocks and the Dev King and Peas Factory, Model Creator. Like there are tons of great channels out there that have really good tutorials. So I say YouTube. That's probably my #1 suggested way to learn. May you zoom in a little more? Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't even think of that. I should zoom in my script editor. Let's see, it should have slowed down the time right here. This might be way too slow, but that's the basic idea. Yeah, let me zoom in my script editor. Sorry about that, guys. If we divide it by 20, just tweaking numbers, playing around numbers, seeing what works. Wyatt, what does invoke server do? So invoke server is a method of, I think it's a remote function. So what you can do is basically, rather than firing, like if you have like a remote event, you can fire it to the server. So you can say, okay, server, I'm the client, I want the server to do something, so I fire this remote event, and then the server does something. But what invoke server does is it allows the server to return something back to the client. So I still tell the server to do something with that remote function, but the server can pass back data and say, okay, I did it, maybe here's a value, or here's some data that I collected after doing this. So that's the difference between invoke server and fire server. Stop spamming! Can I make an updated video on a more advanced Twitter codes tutorial? It didn't work for you? Try using the model in the description, and just make sure you follow through the video and configure everything right. And if you still have trouble with it, feel free to send me a DM on Discord. I'd be happy to help, but try those things first. I need to set the tween info, the easing style, enum.easing, whoopsies, .easing style dot linear. So we want this to be a consistent tween. I don't want it to like slow down between keyframes. Jay says, hi, you're the best. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you watching my videos. Means a lot. And this is exactly what I was looking for. It's a little slow. We'll speed it up a bit. But this is the basic idea. I like this. 35. Just ask you any math sum and you'll answer it. Human calculator. 1 + 1. There we go. That's perfect. That's exactly what we needed. And then it goes back to our character. And then I guess eventually we can have something that says like play at the end, so you actually like, like say play. But I think this is pretty good. Let me just actually make some good keyframes though. This is the basic idea behind what we want. So if our front of our part is right there, then we can set it up like this. So let's just say for now we can just make it like go around our counter or something like that. We can go to the left like this. And then maybe we can go to the center over here. We'll make it rotation 0. And then maybe we can go to the right so we go all the way up a little. Come over here. Boop. There we go. Alright. Copy these into our folder. Delete our previous keyframes. This will be keyframe 1. This will be keyframe 2. And this will be keyframe 3. And it should be good. Let me just set the can collide and transparency on these to false and anchor it, just so these don't fall through the world. And let us take a look. I love how this guy is so chill. Keep up the work. Good work, my friend. Of course, thank you. Thanks for watching, and I will. I plan on doing a bunch of more uploads and stuff soon, so be on the lookout for that. Should be tons of fun. And yeah, a bunch of new videos. This looks really good. I like this. I'm just gonna set it to be a little bit less because I think it's a tad too fast. But if we slow it down, we'll see how that looks, and then it'll be good. 25. What are we doing, math class in the chat? This is perfect. I love this. Awesome. Alright. How long has this been streamed? This is 1 hour and 37 minutes so far. I think I'm going to cut it here. End the stream. This was really good. I'm so happy that I got to do this again. Tons of fun. Does anyone have any questions or anything before I go? I just published, so you can go to the uncopylock link in the description if you want and edit this and, you know, do whatever you want with the assets. And I think we'll finish the next stream, probably be next weekend. We will finish the ordering system, and then we're going to add like a play button to our cutscene. If anyone has any questions, feel free to let me know. And you guys can always DM me in Discord too if you're interested in talking to me for any reason, or if you have a question or anything. And then I will also be in the Discord chat afterwards, general like voice chat. So if you guys want to talk afterwards about anything during the stream or just talk for any reason, I'll be there. And yeah, I guess that's it. Will you be able to teach me how to script? I'm not really teaching people how to script, but I do have my beginner scripting series, which might be useful to you. But you can even send me a DM in Discord, and I can link you to some resources that might help. What does math.abs mean? Real quick, math.abs means the absolute value. So if we have the number -1, and we say math.abs -1, it returns 1. So if we say 1, it would return 1. If we say -1, it returns 1. So it's the absolute value, the distance the number is from 0. Is there any way to do logs? Like if someone says a command, it says in the Discord or something, just teach how to do admin? That's a lot of words. Yeah, you can do logs for sure. I have a video on a suggestion system that might be useful because that has webhooks that go to Discord. But if you want, you could even put that in our suggestion system in Discord, and then I could make a video on it. Let me see. Anything else? Any other questions? Doesn't look like it. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something new today about scripting on Roblox. And I'll see you guys later.